yards, keep right. Keep right. Towards Colwyn for 8 miles.
Right, so we're on our way to Greenacres, Porthmadog. But I've got a call at a garage first. On the way, it's in Porthmadog. Because, well, a Caravan repair place, because the fridge isn't working. Apparently, I had a hell of a day yesterday. Trying to get somebody out to fix it. Nobody was available, and one of them gave me some advice on the phone. To what, you know, some tests to do, and he said to unplug the wire that was at the back of the fridge attached to the fins, because it's Thetford N175, I think it is. So I unplugged that, and he said, right, it should put the fridge into hyperdrive. It should really go mental and freeze up. He said, leave it a couple of hours and see what happens. If it gets cold, then it's the thermostat. If it doesn't get cold, if nothing changes, then it's a new fridge, and they're £800 plus fitting. And I was like, oh my god. Because I've just spent £2,000 on this motorhome, and I don't know whether they see me coming. Have I got mug tattooed on my head or what? But because I've had the handbrake fixed several times and adjusted. The brakes were done when I first got it, and then the handbrake wouldn't work a few months later. So I took it back to, because I bought it in Hull from Wonder Homes, so I wasn't going to take it back there. I wasn't going to drive all that way without handbrake. So I took it to somewhere at Kewis. I'm not naming anyone. And they adjusted it and said it'll be fine. It hadn't been adjusted. So then, you know, about 4 months later, it went again. So they said, if you're not using it a lot, park it without the handbrake on. But I couldn't do that. I've moved house since, and it's even more impossible to do. But my drive was sloping, and it's sloping even more now, so I can't park it without the handbrake on. I just don't trust it, even with chocks and whatever. I just, no. So they adjusted it, and, you know, off I went again. A couple of months later it happened again, it wasn't working. There was somebody coming up the side. I didn't know whether I was slowing down or she was slowing down. So I took it back, and they said if it happens again, it's going to need new brake pads, because the pads on the passenger side, I don't know this offside and near side, I don't know what that is. They said the pads on the passenger side had stuck on and worn down 50%. So if it happened again, I was going to need new pads. So it happened again, didn't it? So I thought I'll take it to another garage and tell them to once and for all find out why the passenger side is sticking on and wearing the pads down. The ex-husband said you should drill the little hole where the cable comes through, and only a millimetre, but drill it a bit bigger and put some copper grease on it. I don't know, but he wasn't available to do it. So and he couldn't have done it in the path anyway, with it being on a slope. So anyway, I took it in, and it had, it's all a bit of a blur, I'm having trouble remembering it all. It had new pads on that side, but I don't know what else they did. I know they fixed a leak on the radiator, I don't know, but it was £1,000 anyway. So, you know, ouch, pay for it, hope it's fixed. And then I found that the step wasn't working properly. It was coming out, but it was staying at like 45 degrees. It was coming out all juddery, and it was sticking at like 45 degrees. Even if you stood on it, it wouldn't drop down flat. So I asked them, could they do that? And they did. They picked it up, but they said it also, one of the problems why it wasn't coming out properly, I don't know, was it needed a new leisure battery, and it needed a new cap battery, you know, under where the engine is, and it needed a new alternator. Now, I'd not driven it since I moved. I hadn't driven it from the August, and I hadn't driven it for 9 months. I hadn't even started it up, and yet when they came to pick it up, it started first time, and yet it needed a new battery. I don't know, but that was another £1,000. So, and then when he brought it back, he said the engine management light's on, and I've looked up the part and it's £800, and I was like, forget it, no. I said, that's been on before, and I was told it was because I wasn't using it a lot, that the diesel was waxing up in the winter and it just needed a good run, and it that's what happened, and it did go off. So we will see, but I just feel, oh, it needed new tyres. That's what the other thing they did, 2 new back tyres when they first had it with the brakes. So because I'd had one of them, like an MOT with, and they'd advised they were cracking. So I thought, well, while they're messing, put new tyres on it. I hope you can hear me because I'm on my old dash cam. Because that's someone else's bloody broke. But I mean, the reason I haven't been away since moving house was I lost my confidence. On the day I moved, I had the removal men from hell. Am I going to have to break? They said they
After 800 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A55, towards Bangor.
The removal company said they had a big van. Don't fall out your car, missus. They said they had a big wagon, you know, enough to fit. Because I was in a big Victorian house with 23 rooms, and I was storing stuff for other people who were supposed to pick it up and didn't, and so I was having to take it with me and yada yada. It was a nightmare. But on the day, they said they turned up with 3 Luton body
Cross
vans.
the roundabout and take the second exit, A55, towards Bangor.
Let me just concentrate. Not that I'm not when I'm talking anyway. Yeah, on the day they turned up with 3 Luton body. What we're doing here? In the wrong. Oh. Pick a gear, woman. Yeah, they come with 3 Luton bodied vans, and I was like, what's that? And before when he came to quote, I said, look, I don't want to take me motorhome out of the drive while you do it. There's enough space at the side of the gate to get through with stuff. Is that alright if I leave the motorhome in the drive? Because I don't want to park it on the road because there was parking restrictions, and I didn't want to get the wing mirrors clipped and etc. And they said, yeah, that's fine. Of course, on the day they turn up, you're going to have to shift your motorhome. We've got to get the vans in. So I had to move it so they could reverse these. Well, I think it was 2 vans they reversed in. Of course, my motorhome was parked in the street then, which I wasn't happy about. But I thought, oh, isn't it? And I said, are you sure them 3 vans are going to be big enough? Oh yeah, it'll be fine. Anyway, when they quoted, they said that they would do 1 room at a time and give me a chance to then clean that room. You know, because once you move wardrobes and things, you've got to hoover, haven't you? So, but they didn't. They were taking stuff from all over the place. So there wasn't 1 room that was finished for me to clean. Rolo was in a right state because he thought we were being burgled. He was like, where's all my stuff going? So it was just a hell of a day. And when I got to the new place, I knew the drive was very narrow and was going to have to be widened because it was narrower than a standard driveway should be for some reason. But there was cars all parked in the road. There was cars coming and going, and I had to try and reverse in to this very narrow drive. And I didn't see, excuse me, that there must have been gates on the gateway at one stage. There's no gates there now, but there must have been gates there at some stage, and there was a little metal, I don't know, hinge hanger.
After 400 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A55, towards Bangor.
There was like this hinge hanger, chunk of metal sticking out of the gate stump. Yeah, I didn't see it. And the other issue was,
cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Hang on. Let me just sort this out. Not that it's riveting conversation, but
towards Kayagubby for 9 miles.
What? Towards what? I don't know. So where was I? Oh yeah, I'd only had the handbrake repaired again at the original garage about a month before I moved, and I had been out a couple of times and let it off and put it on and let it off and put it on and let it put it on and let it off and put it on, you know, to keep it moving like they said. But come to get in the drive and the handbrake's not working, is it? Of course, stressed after a horrible day, no handbrake, on a hill, trying to reverse into a drive that's sloping the other way, and I clipped this little metal bar, and it's gouged some of the, it's not polystyrene, is it? What is it? Fiberglass on the back quarter on the driver's side. It's crunched it. I've had a quote, it's 400 quid to fix, but with everything at the moment, that was with the garage that's just done the step and the brakes and the tyres, so I'm not sure what to do. I'm just scrambled, and the house move, yeah, I knew it needed work, but it's just taking a lot longer than I anticipated, and more needs doing than, I don't know. I keep thinking, did I buy the right place? But I've got it, you know, it just is what it is, isn't it? So I'm still living out of boxes. Place is like a building site. And then I come to escape for a little break, and the fridge doesn't work. I'm like, what? It was working. I put it on Friday, because it's Sunday today, the 7th of June. So I put it on Friday, and I put a cup of water in the freezer, plastic cup of water, and before I went to bed I checked it and it was froze, and I put a thermometer in it and it said -10. So but the next day, Saturday, yesterday, the water in the cup had started to defrost, and it was saying it was 10 degrees. I was like, oh shit, something's happened. So it was like just from realising something's wrong and then thinking, how am I going to solve this? What am I going to do? Because I'm allergic to wheat and gluten, and Rolo is, and Rolo has to have cooked chicken, and he's used to a specific one which he doesn't react to, so, and it's cooked and frozen, of course, no freezer, and I'm like, oh god. So anyway, stop waffling. I've got a call at this Hamden, is it? I will see in a bit. Hamden Caravan Services. Is it really windy? It is really windy. I'm getting blown about all over the place. He said it'll be a thermistor. Not a thermostat, a thermistor. So he said, don't worry, I've got one, I'll fit it and I'll make sure it's working. So, you know, we shall see. It's just, I'm at my wit's end with it, you know. You can only deal with so much, can't you? Especially because I'm on my own. I've got no one to blame. You know, I can't blame Rolo. So it's just, sometimes it's hard to make decisions, without somebody to bounce it off, you know what I mean? And then they say something and you do the opposite, you know what I mean? That's what I usually do. But it is what it is. I just feel, you know, since moving, it's just been one thing after another. And I've got where I am. I mean, the first thing that freaked me out, I don't know whether I should say that though. I'm near the zoo, so the sound of monkeys kicking off. I was like, what is that? What is that? Nobody told me that was going to happen. But I've got a little badger. I think it's only do they call them cubs when they're little, or is it a pup? I think it's a cub. But there's this little badger. She's only the size of a cat, and she was quite skinny. So I planted some plug plants, and then the next morning they'd all been dug up. They were all laying on the thing. They'd all been scratched up, and I was like, what on earth? It was really freaky. And then my plants had been trampled, and I was like, what's going on? I thought, is somebody winding me up? Because where it was happening, there was, well, I haven't had CCTV fitted yet, so I've had the place rewired, but I was like, oh, the dust. But anyway, so I'd set up my hunting camera and saw that it was this little badger. Flash him in. That was digging it all up. So I'm now leaving him little snacks, not too much because I don't want him to stop foraging and to rely on me, but I'm just leaving him an apple or some nuts or whatever, a carrot. But I've also got a raven that, what was that?
After 1.2 miles, take the exit 10A55 towards Caravan.
No one's flashing me or anything, so I didn't see anything on the road behind me. Oh, I just don't need anything else, you know what I mean? Sounded like someone on a brick. Where was I? Yeah, I've got a raven that I used to feed at the other house. Is this where we come up?
After 800 yards, take the exit 10A55 towards Caravan.
That's Bangor Hospital in front. Your spotty Gwynedd. Your spotty Gwynedd.
Take the exit 10.
Bangor Hospital. It's got a helipad and everything, it has. So. Oh, there's a dead badger. Fine.
After 300 yards, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit A4087 towards Caravan. Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
door were feeding, the neighbour. So I've started feeding them as well, because one of them, I don't know whether it's a baby, it's really skinny, and its tail's not very fluffy, so I don't know whether that means it's a baby. I don't know. It's got very thin hair on its tail, so I don't know. So I've had to Google or look up what all these things eat and what they can't eat. And
after 800 yards, cross the roundabout and take the first exit, A487.
So I'm a bit fed up.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit, A487. 7. For 3 miles.
But because of all this going on, I just lost all my confidence, and it'll take me a while to get it back. I mean, I was torn between feeling guilty because the motorhome was just sat there, and I was like, you know, do I get rid of it? Do I just forget it? But with being allergic to wheat and gluten, it's not easy to find a hotel that would, you know, not just cater for that, but would accept Rolo. And it's the same for a static caravan. If I was to rent one, I mean, I could stay at my sister's, but I'd have to take all my own pots, pans, the toaster, things like that, because of cross-contamination. So it was just like, so I just thought, well, let's just see. Let's see whether I get my confidence back or not. I don't know, I just feel tired with everything. So my brother's joining me on Wednesday. I think he wants to go paddleboarding because Greenacres in Porthmadog is a haven place. It's right on the beach, so you'll probably get washed out to sea. Give me something else to worry about. I said, it's going to rain, you know, it's not going to be like a heat wave, it is going to rain. And he said, oh, well, I won't go paddleboarding if it's raining. I said, why? You're already wet. You know, I was like, oh. So I'm frazzled. There's something yellow behind me. I hope it's not an ambulance because I've got nowhere to go. Doesn't seem to have lights.
After 400 yards, go left on the roundabout and take the second exit, A487. On the roundabout and take the second exit.
This wind's really catching. This is why, one of the reasons I got rid of the Caravan, because other than, am I going the right way? Yeah. Other than all the things that happen with that, the window delaminating and all that, the water leak and the motor move braking and, you know, one of the times I was coming back from Delamere and it was really windy and I thought, oh God, and it was only a light Caravan, it was only like 1,000 kilo, is that right? Something like that, I don't know, Luna to birth, Luna Arriva, is it? I don't know. So I was dreading, because I was going back to North Wales from Delamere and I was dreading Real Hill, so I ended up coming off just before it and going through Prestati, but I hadn't a clue where I was, which turning to do and whether there was any low bridges, or I was just, oh God. So in the end I just thought, but with this, because this is a Bessicar 660, Bessicar, I don't know, and I like the layout because it's a fixed bed, but it's a little bit high for Rolo, so I have to have steps for him, and it's got a fixed dining area, but really,
after 800 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A487.
You know, it depends what you want into. If you're going to go to a site and you're going to stay there for the week and not go tootling about, then yeah, a motorhome, but it does restrict you. Well, I don't know. It's a confidence thing again, isn't it? I think.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A487.
I think this is the Caravan bypass. If I'm on site, I'm reluctant to go off site without doing my homework in case I go down a road that's got a low bridge or, you know, that sort of thing. And then parking is an issue because it's 24 foot well 20, is it 23.1? I don't know, something like that. So it's not easy to park. And then you've got your wing mirrors if you park on the side of the road, so you've got it. It's just bleh, you know. But I think I'd have had more freedom if I'd have got like a van with I don't know. But I considered converting a van until I saw a few being
After
done.
800 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A487.
And I was like, no, I can't do that. There's a lot to is the electrics and everything. Just nah, beyond me. Where we're going straight on.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Forgetting to look for motorhomes and wave to them, because apparently if you see another motorhome you wave, and I keep forgetting. So if anybody didn't get a wave off me, not that they know it's me, then I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm going to have to put a misty block on the bottom left hand side of the screen, because I've tried to figure out how to alter the time. I found the instruction book, on the dash cam, and it seemed really straightforward to alter the date, because I think it says something like 2014. But when I go into the menu and start following the thing, it's all in like Chinese or Japanese or something, Japanese or something. It's not readable. I don't even know. I can't do it. So I'll just have to put a little misty thing on the corner again, which I don't like doing. But there we go.
After 800 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A487, Station Road.
That was another thing that I had to repair. Well, my brother did.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A487, Station Road.
The windscreen washers stopped working. And of course, I checked it wasn't blocked or anything, which way is it now? Is it that one? So I had to get a new little motor for it and fit that. That was fun. Wasn't expensive, but
After 500 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A487.
There he goes. Must be in a hurry. Maybe he's shit himself and he's got to go home and clean himself up.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Because he can't stand the smell.
After 500 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A487.
That's Inigo Jones, isn't it there? I need to call there one day.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
When I'm not in something huge. Oh, good partner. Because I need a window ledge for my kitchen, so I thought I'd get a slate one. Overtaking, and then where does it get them? In front instead of behind. I mean, Rolo's gone to sleep. He was panicking when I was loading the car, loading the motorhome yesterday and today, that I was going to go without it. He is a bit better, sort of stable. He's still on the hypoallergenic food. He's still gluten free.
After 500 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A487.
So he still can't have his bonios or anything like that.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
He does need to lose weight, but don't we all?
Follow A487 for 11 miles.
So, he has antihistamine. He has half a one at night. He can have one, but it just stonks him out so much that I just give him half a one. Pirites. That's what the vet said he could have. So he has that at night. He can have it in the daytime, and the other half if he gets snotty and his eyes are affected, but it just makes him so tired that there's no sort of quality of life if he's going to be like that, is there? So I'm hoping the hay fever season ends soon. I don't know, but it affects with allergies with dogs, like hay fever. It affects the skin as well, and it affects the paws, the feet, you know, paws, not, well anyway. So he gets itchy feet, and flaky skin, dry flaky skin. So, I mean, the vet gave me this shampoo, but you had to shampoo him and you had to wear gloves, which I wasn't keen on, because if I have to wear gloves and I'm putting it all over him, I'm not happy with that, you know. But you had to shampoo him and then leave it on for, I think it was 5 minutes, and then rinse it off. Trying to keep him in the shower for 5 minutes while you're on countdown, like so I got Hibby Scrub, which is a surgical thing, which is fine for dogs, as long as you don't get it in their eyes or the mouth or their ears, you know, because it's not good stuff if you do that. It's what surgeons sometimes use for washing their hands, but you have to dilute it. You can dilute it 1 part Hibby Scrub to 4 parts water, or you can go up to 10 parts water. But I do 7, one capful and 7 parts water, and you don't need much. And it seems to relieve the skin itching. So, I don't know what else to talk about now, or waffle on about. Yeah, so with moving house and taking a chunk out the back of the motorhome, getting in the path and all the hassle, and still having other people's stuff to store and having to wrap it all in pallet wrap and put it in the attic. And there has been many times where I've gone, it's not fair. You know. Well, it's not supposed to be, is it? Nobody promised that. Have to put on your big girl's blouse and suck it up. Do your best. I mean, even I started to dig a vegetable patch and there was gravel with visqueen underneath it. It wasn't even weed block, it was polythene with no holes in. So I moved the gravel from the area. It was only like, what, 15 foot by 10 foot I wanted. So I scraped all the gravel back, cut the visqueen, put it in the bin, and it was rock hard. It's clay soil, but I think they'd put like crush and run, if you know what that is. It's like well, there was house bricks and all sorts in it. So I had to get my brother's SDS drill, hammer drill thing, which he doesn't really trust me with, but there we go. And sit on a little stool, hammer drilling the ground. Then I had to sift it. I had to get a sieve and sift it. And I got that many stones out and half bricks and tile and so then I needed more compost because the level had dropped because of all this stuff I took out. It was just and I've only just finished it. Well, it's a bit smaller than I wanted because I just give up in the end. I found a bottle, you know, one of these with a marble inside, buried, complete. Another badge. Yeah, here's the goat in. And I'll say it again because I said it on my other video. I usually turn down here because that's the way I prefer to go to Haven Moor. I usually turn right there to go to Haven Moor. There are other ways, and it depends which way you're coming from and which way you prefer. But there is the other way. I always miss the turning because you have to turn at the side of this, I don't know, house, pub. I don't know what it was, but I always missed it. So. Sat-nav's not told me. Has it? I don't know. I'm doing 45. I don't think it's 40. I think it'll be 50. But I don't know. And I'm not bothered that it's trying to rain and it's dull, and because it was a bit hot in that mini heat wave we've just had. It was a little bit hot because at my old house, it was a Victorian house, 3 floors and a basement, you know, 3-storey and a basement, and I had tile floors on the ground floor, so it never got warm even in winter. But I'm now in a bungalow, with carpet and underlay, and there's south-facing conservatory. It's like, oh my god. bit hot. The old dash cam footage on my computer, but there's no saying I won't go wrong even with the sat nav. When I moved house, because I bought a house that was 10,000 less than I was selling mine for, thinking I'd have some cash left, you know. No. By the time I'd paid the estate agent fees, the solicitor's fees, the stamp duty, the removal fees, I don't know what else there was. But it was gone. I think I had £1,000 left coming back to me. I was like, what? So people don't downsize, because it costs so much to move house, you know. Surveys as well. There was the survey on the one I was buying. What is that? That's weird. It's cute. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. going to change some of the road speeds back to whatever. Not all of them, but they are going to change some back. They shouldn't have done a blanket thing anyway. I'm not going to pronounce that. I don't know where I am. I'm on the right road. I'm going the right way. I know that. But
after 400 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A498.
now I could go that way, but when you do Google Street View, that bridge looks very low. I think it says it's 4 metres in height, and I am 2.95 metres.
Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
I just don't fancy it. So I'm going to go, that takes you under the railway. So I'm going to go over the railway at the level crossing, which I don't like. So this way. But then I've got to ignore the sat nav because that'll be trying to take me to Greenacres, because I've got to turn after the level crossing. I've got to turn right, like the third exit off that roundabout, so to get to this caravan repair man. I think he said his name was Sean, so I just hope it fixes it. I just don't want, because I'm having my kitchen.
After 400 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A4971, High Street. Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
So wave to the motorhome.
After 300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the first exit, A4971, High Street.
I don't like these. Them lights are definitely not flashing. Right, quick. Cross. Oh. Is this the one I've got to go right at? Oh, that's Tesco.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
I don't want to go Tesco. So I've left apples and all sorts all over the place for the badger to find. All hidden in the garden. So I've got to turn. I should be going second exit here, but I'm going
after 90 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A497, High Street, then turn right.
I'm going up here. Stay there. I can set the front off if you want. Down here somewhere. There's a Lidl and an Aldi down here as well, by the way. As you can see, you have eyes. And it's past here. It's at a petrol station, fuel station. I've got a headache. I don't like doing things like this. I don't like people. Right, here it is. So where am I going? I need to weigh up where to park. wait for him to move and then... Oh, it's gone light now. It's not quite light. Oh. Hope to God my bloody handbrake's working, because I don't want to go through that window. Maybe just my bloody automatic. Leave it in gear. Right, what do I do? Handbrake. Oh! It's in gear. Yeah, we're not rolling. Oh! Neat. We're all okay for... I've got to get out of the way because I'm holding everybody up at the fuel station and I don't want to knock anything on my back end. Because it swings out a bit. Oh! Yeah, he's fitted it for me. I don't even know what time it is now. It might be too early for... Oh no. That's the one thing about Haven that's changed. It used to be that you got, like, I don't know, it was the last week of... before you were due to go or whatever, you got a message to say when your arrival time was, and it was a bit awkward for me, especially like when I was going from Haven to Harlock. It was only 30 odd, so that smoke, 30 odd minutes away, and yet, but now anyway,
after 200 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A497, High Street, then turn right.
Anyway, my time slot for arriving is between 1 and 2. But on the thing I got yesterday, it said you can arrive 2 hours earlier, but not before 11. So that's changed.
Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, then turn right.
I mean, that takes a lot of stress off me with things like this, having to call, because it's 11:46 now, I think it is. So I'd have had to try and park up. If I couldn't get there until 1, I'd have had to try and park up somewhere. And, like, where? You know,
After 100 yards, turn right, back place.
Is it here? Yeah, because there's the church.
Turn right.
Didn't recognise it then, I don't know why. Yeah, so I don't know why that's changed now that they've gone a bit more lenient with the arrival time. You can arrive earlier. Whether it's just this Haven, this one, or all of them, I don't know. So
after 200 yards, bear left, Porth Road. Bear left. After 100 yards, bear right, Porthmadog. Bear right.
last time I thought I was going down the wrong side of a dual carriageway coming this way. I was like, what? Am I going the right way? But yeah. Oh, I hope that fixes the fridge. I really do. Because I've got all my stuff in a cool box. It's a 12 volt cool box, but it doesn't, you know, they're not fridges and freezers, are they? Usually, which is disgusting, my brother takes it fishing, and I've only just found out why he takes it fishing. I thought it was for his packed lunch or something. No, maggots. That's what he puts in it. I'm like, ew. So I've had to sterilise it all and everything.
After 300 yards, bear left, Porthmadog. Bear left.
So we're here for 6 nights. I had to leave on a Sunday and go back on a Saturday because there's that much parking in the road that, well, maybe when I've got my confidence back, if I do, then it won't bother me so much. And we have widened the drive now, but it's just so that I know that there's not going to be much cars parked like right opposite the drive, so I can get in a bit easier. But there's a shop here and it says there's a big car park at the rear, so I've been on Google Maps, it's not that big, but I've got to stop looking at houses for sale because it's like I can't move with. I'm in the middle of, well, not me personally, but obviously having a kitchen fitted, and I've got to find a gas man soon to fit the hob. I was going to go on LPG, but I'm like, I just.
After 200 yards, turn left, main road, then bear right.
Winty kind. He must have met me before. smoky chimneys. And then we turn.
Turn left, then bear right. Bear right, main road.
I'm going to turn that off because ranger station. All the bollards have gone that were there last time. Which window will it come to? All right. Hiya.
All right then.
Got me.
Got there.
No, it's in the back.
Been it before?
Yeah.
We go straight down there then. Carry on.
No one to book me in, or?
I've got it.
Oh right, so it'll just go to 38.
Yeah.
Right.
It's only me here. He's on holiday.
Oh right. It's all right for some. See ya. Well, I don't know where pitch 38 is. I think I was on 43 last time.
At the end of the road, bear left, then
No.
at the end of the road, bear right.
I thought I turned him off. What are we on? 38. 29. 28. 27. What are we on this one? 32. 33. 34. This is where I get nervous thinking, will I like my pitch? I don't know what number that one. What are we on there? It's not that side. So it's got to be on the left. Oh, 36. 37. So it's the other side of this bush. The other one. Is that it? 38, 38, yeah. Yeah. Try and get in without taking the hedge down. This reversing camera is absolutely rubbish. Rubbish. Need a better one. Where's the bollard? Am I on? Am I on it? I think I need to go back a bit. Go and have a gander. Why is there lights on? Is it because it's dark? Right at the sea's edge over there, and I took my hand off Rolo's buggy and I took a photo, and it took off across the sand. It went hell for leather. I was like, oh my god. So I tried to run, but Rolo won't run. I can't run because I've got a bad knee. Yeah, so we just had to wait until it got to the soft sand, and it stopped. So it's really blowy. Anyway, we're slowly going back to the caravan now. It's windy.